Hello guys and welcome to the Crypto Nutrition YouTube channel, bringing you digestible crypto nutrition. Today guys, we're going to be talking about a project that's currently trending on CoinGecko and is looking to use blockchain technology to carve out a slice of a multi-trillion-dollar industry for everyday retail investors like you and I. That industry is real estate and that project is Labs. Can't wait to dive into this one guys. You're going to want to stick around, but first, huge thank you to our first 1.2k subscribers. You guys, of course, are all amazing. So if you're new here, please do hit up that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's entirely free to support the channel. Follow us on Twitter at Crypto Nutrition and jump into the Discord server with us guys. We've been having unbelievable chats on there recently. All those links below. But without further ado guys, it's over to you desktop. What am I drinking today guys? I am short on the drinks. I just finished my coffee and all I have is my giant bottle of water. So guys, Labs, the world's first end-to-end blockchain-powered real estate investment ecosystem, fractionalizing real estate investments. So what are the current ways in which people can invest in real estate? And Investopedia here call it 5 simple ways to invest in real estate. And I don't think I agree with the term simple here. Rental properties. Obviously, this is a great opportunity for people with money. Real estate investment groups. These are small mutual funds that invest in rental properties. So a company might buy or build a set of apartment blocks or condos, then allow investors to purchase them through the company, thereby joining the group. Again, you need a lot of money to be a player at that table. House flipping. Again, that's no picnic. Real estate investment trusts. So these are probably the most accessible way to get into retail. They're for investors who want a portfolio exposure to real estate without a traditional real estate transaction. So this is the closest thing to what Labs are attempting to improve on here. It's difficult to get this, let's call it right, status. A corporation must pay out 90% of its taxable profits in the form of dividends in order to maintain its right status. And leverage associated with traditional rental real estate does not apply. So this is not taking advantage of a huge portion of the real estate market. And then sort of alternative online real estate platforms. But in their current form, you do need to have a lot of money. You need to be a big time investor. There's high management fees and they tend to be illiquid with lockup periods. So Labs are on a mission to fix this and make investing in real estate much easier for the retail investor to invest in a multitude of different types, regardless of how much money you have, and with as low fees as possible. So their mission here is to democratize wealth in a hybrid mix of decentralization and centralization, putting the power of the investor's decision-making back into their hands, i.e. not just investing into a fund and not really knowing where your money's going, and giving more access to the traditional investment world previously only the elite had access to. So they talk about digitizing assets being the key to the future of traditional assets as we approach a more online-centric world. So it's bringing one of the biggest industries into the 21st century. You know, there are very few people in the world making the majority of the money in the world. And I can tell you now that a large portion of that money is real estate, it's land. So we'll quickly go through the pain points here. High entry costs and exit costs. We looked at these rights. They say here that the financial restrictions of rights only allow the ultra wealthy to access the funds. Difficult to access a global portfolio, you know, with restrictions in certain jurisdictions, you know, such as Thailand, Vietnam and Greece, who mostly disallow non-citizens from owning land in their respective territories, will be able to do that through Labs. So with rights, if you can only sell to local markets, you have liquidity issues. It's not easy to find that liquidity, but by tokenizing these investments using blockchain technology, real estate companies have access to an entirely new market. The complex process of buying real estate, you know, not even just overseas as they state here, but even locally, it's difficult. You know, having bought my house was not an easy process and it's cost a lot of money and of course, high fees. So what is the Labs solution here? Again, digitizing real estate using blockchain solutions, essentially giving access to retail investors in an entirely transparent model, 24/7. It means you can pick your portfolio. So not only are more people able to access the market, but they're able to access all areas, residential, industrial, commercial, or hybrid. You can have a global portfolio and storage of value. So by fractionalizing real estate and making it more accessible to the general market, you can invest in real estate without over leveraging your cash holdings. So it means you can have small investments across a broad portfolio of real estate, which of course reduces the risk of losing your capital. Decentralized finance and governance, guys, we know the importance of this stuff in the new world, giving the power back to the people. We say it so much on this channel. a real estate securities exchange. So being able to swap these assets on one single secure exchange, faster daily dividend payouts, lower fees and faster transactions. You know, guys, this marketplace is worth $228 trillion in 2016, growing at a 5% rate annually. This is the biggest market we've looked at, guys, on the channel. And if this model works and blockchain technology does reach the levels of mass adoption that we're all here for, then this could be one of the most valuable assets you have, not only in the project itself, but in investing across multiple real estate markets. Incredible. So guys, if we just quickly go through their website, they have a really good video here essentially talking about what we just went through, which you should check out as a quick overview. And again, fractionalization, investments becoming more accessible, borderless crowdfunding, which is beneficial two ways, because obviously not only are you and I able to invest in real estate projects that we like, of course, real estate projects will be able to receive funding quickly and easily, potentially solving housing issues across the globe. So they also have collateralized lending, which is at the heart of their Labs token. So investors can leverage their assets to loan more money to invest in new projects. And their security exchange, which we'll have a look at in a sec, guys. We do have a quick demo. It's not myself, it's on a YouTube video. But real estate assets, which will be listed as NFTs, obviously pegged to real life projects, will be freely tradable. So these are all things we've been through as well, guys. So the governance of the platform, as we see across decentralized projects, is in the hand of the token holders, who will also have priority access to the lowest price to real estate investments. There'll be a number of incentives for these Labs token holders, voting rights on new projects, a staking system for rewards, and easy liquidity if you need it. And they're working here, guys, with Rio DeFi. These guys are a cool project. These guys are providing cross-chain DeFi services. These guys are looking to accelerate the mass adoption of digital assets by bridging traditional and decentralized finance. So you couldn't really think of a better partner for Labs, in that this really is one of the biggest bridges to build between digital assets and traditional finance. So I really like this partnership. So of course, guys, you can use Bitcoin to invest in the real estate asset class. Labs bridges the most efficient and secure payment system, being blockchain, with a notoriously illiquid and efficient market, being real estate. And before we jump into that video, guys, it's important to mention the fact that their team does look really strong here. So Mahesh here has unbelievable experience across investments, real estate, and more. His family owns 19 hotels, and he's worked in multiple sectors, including trading, brand development, renewable energy infrastructure, agriculture, and education. So I think it's fair to say this guy knows his stuff. We have Yuen Wong, a managing partner of Bitmart here, guys, as well as experience in properties, finance, blockchain, digital assets, and more. We have Patrick T here, guys. Again, solid CV. It is worth mentioning as well, guys, that Patrick T was actually the co-founder of this Player platform, which is focused on gaming using blockchain technology. The project didn't quite hit the heights people expected it to, but personally, I don't hold this against anyone. There obviously still may be legs left in this project, but look, not everything we touch can turn to gold. And the team and experience they have at Labs fills me with a lot of confidence. So they also list here, obviously, their strategic partners, some really big names here, as well as their investors. So these are definitely things that you might want to look into further to get an understanding of how backed this project actually is. But I think the biggest partnership to mention and biggest piece of news to mention is Labs' utilization of the Engine project to tokenize real estate assets. So the blockchain real estate company will use the Engine platform to mint and issue NFTs, and people will be able to buy fractionalized real estate assets starting at $100, making the first step into real estate related investments. So cool. But guys, let's have a quick look and see what this might look like as a platform.
Page and click view details for any project.
So here are all the projects.
Here you will be able to see more details about project, like the project intro, company info, data room, and legal documents. Once you are settled, just click invest. Now you need to download the contract file and fill in your investment amount. Sign and upload the contract again.
So there is a bit of a process there, but that just keeps everything secure and legal.
Your transaction has been initiated.
So you do actually like seeing it.
The project team will contact you once the transaction has been confirmed. Now let's see how to raise capital. Thank you for your interest in Labs.
So you can also register your interest as a real estate project, and you can see how this will work. It's very straightforward. It's very simple, especially in comparison to trying to get involved in the real estate market as it currently stands. And if we look to the Twitter page here, guys, for a project this size and this early, 16.8k followers is no joke. You know, they have some serious exposure and backing here. They're talking mainly about their performance over the last couple of weeks, which is fair, and essentially just shouting about how good their product is, because it is. Also, guys, please do help support the Twitter page here. We're so close to 200 followers now, and we're growing really quickly, so do help by getting involved with that one. One of the last things I think is worth turning to before we have a quick look at where they sit is real use cases in the Labs ecosystem. So since 2019, they've already started working with clients in a number of ways. They haven't been able to mention who they are here because of NDAs, but they talk about some projects here across the world. So an integrated resort in Laos. So the president of this Las Vegas integrated resort was looking for $200 million in funds in order to get this over the line. And they say here that Laos is a third tier country, so hard to find investors that are interested in a country that they do not understand. So Labs helped to consult on structure, digitalization of their assets and fundraising. And the resort is expected to finish in 2021. This could be amazing for local economies around the world, potentially creating jobs in things like resorts, which gives room for more tourism and therefore more money in these other economies. We've had similar scenarios here in New Zealand, another one in Laos, another one in Thailand. So although they can't talk about them in great detail, it's good to see that they have done it and it does work. And I'm really excited to actually interact and use this product when it does come out, which according to their roadmap, we can see in Q2 this year, the USA platform launch with cross-chain integration. So that's the big one to look out for, guys. And we'll definitely be doing a follow-up as soon as we can. So if we have a quick look at the CoinGecko page here, guys, currently trading at nearly 7 cents, 0.067, sitting at rank 466 and only a $50 million market cap. We are available on Uniswap, guys, and so we haven't even started trading on any of the major exchanges here. And this is how early we are, guys, is that we only have data in March. And you can see the steady growth here, but nothing too parabolic, guys. You know, that launch price was around 3 cents and we're sitting around 6 cents. That's a 2x. And you can definitely see projects like this 10, 15, 20xing at a minimum a few months after they launch. So definitely one to look out for, guys. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, so trade at your own risk. And if you do want to discuss any trades, hit me up in the Discord server, guys. The whole team there, always happy to talk about this stuff and would love to have you. Everyone's welcome. So guys, that was my review on Labs. These guys, as far as I can tell, are one of the first, if not the only, blockchain project looking to tap into one of the biggest markets in the entire world by tokenizing and fractionalizing real estate assets, essentially creating NFTs using Engine and bridging those digital assets to traditional finance, supported by their partnership with Rio DeFi, essentially with a goal to provide an entirely new revenue source for real estate project companies who at the moment are restricted by multiple factors. But the biggest plus point here for me, giving retail investors like you and I the opportunity to invest as little as $100 across real estate assets. This could be huge. And I'm super excited to see what happens here, guys. You have to know I'm not investing in this project. And again, if you did want to discuss this project or any other projects, do subscribe to the channel, do hit up that like button, and do join us on the Twitter page, on the Discord page. We're discussing things all the time. We'd love to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.